members of the press, both from Singapore and from around the region, and of course to our partners and all our friends from the food and beverage industry. And welcome to the World Gourmet Series Awards of Excellence 2012. My name is Daryl. I'm going to be MC for this afternoon's event. Ladies and gentlemen, many of you are familiar faces in the crowd and you've been great supporters of our event for many years now. So you will know that we're now into our 12th year, the Awards of Excellence. From a very, very humble beginnings, we've since grown to be one of the, if not the benchmark by which all industry professionals are recognized in terms of their achievements. So we want to thank all of you for the part you've played in helping us get to that stage here in 2012. I think along with that, we're also very happy that our scholarships, the number of scholarships have also grown over the years, because it's not just important to recognize the outstanding achievements of professionals in the industry, but also to highlight and to identify the young, developing, budding food and beverage professionals and help give them that slight support as they grow in their careers as well. And of course, we're all looking forward to the day when our Awards of Excellence scholarship recipients emerge and consistently become our Awards of Excellence winners when they become established professionals. Now, at this point in time, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to our panel up there on stage. I mentioned earlier that education plays a bigger and bigger part in the Awards of Excellence every year. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you, representing our primary education partner and venue host, the very amazing and lovely at Sunrise Global Chef Academy here. He is the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Christophe Michel. Christophe?
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
I know Christophe in his capacity as an executive chef, but he's since grown to be a tremendous educator as well. And I tell him this because every year at the awards, whenever you mention his name, you will hear his students cheer and cheer and cheer. So that's all very genuine.
Well, it won't be the case without the vision of a great founder, which is Kwan, and she's present here today on the front row. So
of course, Kwan. Welcome and thank you.
She's the driving force behind the school.
Thank you for being our very gracious host. Once again, I think it's the second year running that we're having the Awards of Excellence press conference here with you, and we hope to keep this partnership going for quite a few years. Another partnership we hope to keep going for quite a few more years. I think we're into our 4th consecutive year now in terms of being the primary partner of the World Gourmet Summit, and that's of course our presenting partner of the WGS Citibank. So we're indeed pleased to welcome also with us on our panel the Business Director and Head of Credit Payment Products, Citibank Singapore Limited, Ms. Jacqueline Tan. Jacqueline, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. And of course, the man in the middle, I'm sure someone that all of you know very, very, very well. I'm going to embarrass him now with the things that I'm going to say about him. His title today is Principal a la carte Productions, but I think I always know him as one of the driving force, and the driving force behind the World Gourmet Summit and the World Gourmet Series, and a man who's done a lot to promote the food and beverage industry here in Singapore. My buddy, Mr. Peter Kenneth. Peter, I want to ask you to say a few words quickly before giving some time to Christophe and to Jacqueline, but I think before that though, I think we need some coffee to put things up on stage. We want to get this to you before we started, but since we have it ready now, not because we're going to fall asleep when Peter speaks, okay, but I think this is something good that will help perk you guys up. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
I can highly recommend this. There's a slight change from last year, and a very happy change. So Coffix is our new partner. Please try it out. Perfect cafe latte. Thank you very much. Are you enjoying it? Can somebody take a picture, please, of Christophe? It's important.
I can't do that. I have to hide it.
Christophe, you're so right. I mean, here we are, 12 years of the Awards of Excellence. This is the 16th years of World Gourmet Summit, and you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Kwan, who has created, together with you, this fantastic school.
Thank you.
You're almost welcome. And
that's the first and the last compliment for the day. Please take note. Huh?
And Daryl, I'm very happy to announce that we just inked a 3-year agreement with Citibank. So, Jacqueline, thank you very much. They left a little room behind. I wanted to put a 0 behind to make it 30 years, you know. but we'll continue this fantastic partnership. Really, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about Work on the Summit, so let's do this a fast one. Especially, I want to honor all those of you that came on time and were here and sitting bravely, and I want to say thank you, especially from the media, that you have been so patient, graciously, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Major, we are this beautiful school. Usually we say ladies first, but today we're going to start with you. Would you care to tell a little bit more
Sure.
about your presence here?
How much do you want me to tell you?
Okay, you have 6 minutes.
6 minutes, all right, that's a long story. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to At Sunrise Global Chef Academy. It's a real pleasure to have you here today for the World Gourmet Summit Award of Excellence press conference. I know for some of you that you are second time being here for the press conference. I know for some of you have been here several times. We got almost 3 official openings in 2011. So I think many of you are aware of the campus. Just a brief description. This is the first integrated food and beverage academy within Singapore, or maybe within the Asian region. We are a CET center, which stands for Center for Education and Training, and we provide education under the WSQ framework, which is the Work Skill Qualification Framework, where we have several programs under that particular framework. We have developed 4 specific tracks for the food and beverage industry, which is the track for culinary education, pastry bakery education, F&B service education, and F&B beverage and spirit education. So we have 4 distinctive tracks going from the certificate all the way into degree pathway, which really enables our students to have superior education. From day one, when Peter started the scholarship within the World Gourmet Summit, we decided to participate and to support that particular initiative, because education being very important for us, there was no better occasion than to raise to the occasion to participate. And we have been very glad to offer several scholarships since the beginning. And once again, for 2012, we have decided to support Peter and the World Gourmet Summit by giving out 3 distinctive scholarships. 2 scholarships will be dedicated to pure education. One of them is dedicated to culinary arts. So we will sponsor with WDA a particular scholar for 17 months to really acquire the skill and the knowledge of culinary arts. The other scholarship will be for pastry and bakery, and same thing, we will sponsor and support one individual for 17 months undergoing a thorough education pathway on the study and work component, where the individual will have the ability to study in the school, work in the industry simultaneously over a period of 17 months. And the last scholarship will be more like an experiential scholarship, which we jointly offer with our education partner, which is Johnson & Wales University, which is based in Providence, New York, upstate New York. And that scholarship is about sending an individual 2 weeks back to the US to get him exposed to real university life, and again to higher education. And we're very proud that has been a scholarship that has been given out since day one, has been very successful. Individuals come out very uplifted, very inspired. Now, on top of that, that scholarship has given us a lot of ideas, and we have decided then to even push it further outside of the context of World Gourmet Summit. We have convinced several government agencies to support a degree scholarship for all Singaporeans which have undergone a WSQ Diploma in Culinary Arts or Pastry Bakery to undertake a degree pathway on-site or online. You can stay in Singapore, or you will go on-site. If you need any more details, you can go to our website. I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. But again, it's very exciting to be here. It's been very exciting to be part of the World Gourmet Summit. I hope we will have the press conference once again next year. Again, I think on behalf of the team, on behalf of At Sunrise Global Chef Academy, we also want to thank you, most of the partners which are here in this room, to have supported us over the years. and I hope it will continue this way. And I think it has not been a most exciting place to be ever before than Singapore when it comes to a food and beverage scene. It's so vibrant, so dynamic, and to be able to groom the next generation on F&B professional is a great pleasure and very rewarding. So once again, thank you.
Good job. Jacqueline?
Thank you, Peter. Well, on behalf of the team at Citibank, I'd like to extend a very good afternoon to all of you here this evening. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Christoph, friends of the media, as well as all the movers and shakers from the F&B industry. I'd like to take a personal thanks to Kwan. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with me, taking me and orientating me around the beautiful new premise that you have here. One of the things that we thought, and I personally thought resonated very well with one of our core brand values, was one of innovation as well as service. Very similar to what you have in Innovation Kitchen. We have at Citibank an innovation lab back at Changi Business Park, and it's on our continuous commitment to ensure that we bring continuous enhancements to our products and services to all our clients that we see today. Now, Citibank here today is delighted to return as a proud presenting partner of the World Gourmet Summit for the 4th consecutive year, as well as to adopt the World Gourmet Summit series of awards of excellence for the Restaurant Manager of the Year Award, the Restaurant Manager of the Year Award for the 3rd time consecutively. This strategic partnership that we have with Peter Knipp Holdings to support the, I was just going to say something nice about you. This strategic partnership that we have with Peter Knipp Holdings to support both the WGS and the awards, 2 signature dining initiatives in Singapore, further demonstrates Citibank's leadership in the dining space here. The World Gourmet Summit is one of the most eagerly anticipated events in Singapore's lifestyle dining calendar, truly celebrating the finest cuisines, diverse tastes, and the variety of food cultures around the world. It's the pinnacle of Asia's gourmet and lifestyle dining scene, and offering a series of unique events that will cater to all our individual palates as well as preferences. This very much dovetails with Citibank's promise to our card members, promising the best and most rewarding experiences. As many of you know, one of our flagship dining programs, Citibank Gourmet Pleasure, spans a history of more than 10 years here within the industry, and we partner with more than 1,000 merchants island-wide and offering the best dining deals here in Singapore. And this year, together with World Gourmet Summit series, we are very delighted to introduce a very exciting series, which is the Citibank Gastronomic Gem Session. Now, some of you might ask what this is. It's basically a very interactive session that scores the first in the industry on culinary education as well as entertainment. Now, this jam session proves to impart some culinary knowledge with some fun, some entertainment for food lovers like you and I that will bring our own gourmet creations to the next new level. I would just stop right here. I would like to thank Peter once again for the fantastic partnership. We look forward to many years to come, and consistent with your vision in growing the culinary scene here in Singapore. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, it's really a joy to work with you and your team and the support. It's truly, without that support, this could not happen. We look at many years. Charlie, Lynn, Claudia, thank you very much. I know behind the scenes, many hours, many emails been flying around to make it happen. But we never take it for granted. And as many of you know, there's many festivals coming up these days and what have you. This weekend, I'm going to take a little side trip. I'm going to go for a couple of days. This is not holiday season, but spend a couple of days in Melbourne, where a congregation of the leading gastronomic festivals of the world is taking place. And the intention is that within 6 months, we have created a global gastronomic collaboration, which includes the South Beach Festival, Melbourne Food Festival, we're talking to Madrid Fusion, the Rheingau Festival, of course Abu Dhabi, as you all know, and a few others. So the future is actually going to look very exciting. And it will benefit all the Citibank card members that always so eagerly use their card to do just that, wining, dining, entertainment, and so on. And no wonder it's a leading card when it comes to the dining scene in Singapore. Now, two major things I'd like to cover today. Of course, I'd like to give you all a little taste of what the World Gourmet Summit is all about before we go to the real show of the day, which is the introduction of the finalists of the World Gourmet Series Awards of Excellence. 12 years now. As you can see, the trophy has evolved. Too many comments were made about the little Mickey Mouse ears on the side, so we've now gone gold and into the stars. It's stunning, isn't it? Will be like the Oscars one day. We're going to sell them for a lot of money, so all of you winners sit on them. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do this express train, otherwise we're going to sit here in 2-3 hours. So for WGS this year, we've got 14 Michelin stars. It's 11 days. 10 master chefs, 3 special guest chefs, celebrity chefs. We've got a total of 14 chefs. We've got 6 participating wineries, some special guests, and 12 hosting establishments and chefs. Just to run you through the chef, eagerly awaited Danny Garcia. He's not coming on his own. He is going to work together with his friend Paco Ranchero. Both are going to cook at Capella Hotel. All the details, exactly what, where, and when, you can see at the website. I'm not going to go through all of it because we have like over 50 events during the 11 days, and it's really rock and roll. So we are very much looking forward. Danny I met last year at Madrid Fusion, and he's an absolutely awaited chef. Daniel Jordan, who is a fermentation chef, especially requested by Janice of 2AM Lab. So they're gonna do something very unique. We've got David Zhang from China, who will be hosted at Tung Lok Classics. We've got Fergus Henderson. Many people ask me, you know, why we were so keen to bring it in, because Fergus is one of these chefs that has been famous throughout his culinary career to cook with what we locals call spare parts. So this is going to be very interesting for our Chinese population. We've got Ian Curley, who is hosted at the Grand Hyatt, coming all the way from Melbourne, joining us. We've got Michel Saran. Can somebody photo brush out what he's holding in his hands here? We're going to have a few of these evenings where we have some relatives from Cuba visiting us. This year it's confirmed. Last year I talked about it. This year it's going to happen. So Michel Saran, and he's going to cook at the Humble House. He's a very good friend of Christoph Magel, and I had to stick my neck out to make that happen. We've got Paco Ranchero, again together with Danny Garcia, who's going to cook at the Capella, and they do a whole bunch of things. Pedro Miguel Chiafino from Peru, true master, one of the San Pellegrino top 100 chefs, and he will be cooking at the Shangri-La Hotel. We've got Pietro D'Agostino from Italy, who will be hosted at Gattopardo, very eagerly awaited. We've got Vika Scanner. He is a TV celebrity in his own right in New York, has a Michelin star. We're running out of Indian Michelin star chefs from the UK, so now we have to go further. And he's going to cook at Song of India. Therese is sitting somewhere. I think she is both excited and a little nervous. It's the first time they're going to have such a superstar cooking here. Anatoly Kom, the first Russian chef to receive a Michelin star, who will be cooking at a special gastronomic dinner in Resort World Sentosa. I'll talk a little bit more about that. Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm glad you could join us. Chef Lino. 92, is that 92 minutes late or what? Okay, never mind. So Indu Guna is the hosting partner for Anatoly Kom. He is very much into molecular gastronomy and what have you, so it's going to be very interesting. Bruno Menard, as some of you know, who is residing now in Singapore. So we have our very own resident 3-star chef. He made sure that I mentioned it, and he's quite right. He never lost his stars. When the restaurant closed, he still had the 3 stars. So he said, yes, he still is a 3-star chef. I just had him in the Middle East, and it was a sellout. His foie creations were so amazing. We are very, very fortunate to have him. So he's going to do a couple of things with us during WGS. Ronnie Emberg, as you all know, people say, okay, Spain, yes, many years, and it's fantastic, but there's also a new trend developing in Scandinavia. As I mentioned before we already had Scandinavian chef, today we go to Denmark. So Ronnie is joining us and working together with Norwegian Seafood Promotion Board. Going to cook a lot of beautiful seafood dishes. Then we've got, when this clicks, Marco Bierweit. Those of you that were around in the 90s, when Marco first brought his first book out, it was called White Heat. He was the youngest chef ever to get 3 stars. He was such an intense man that people were virtually afraid to get close to the kitchen. If you think that Christoph was tough and I was a handful, he was a master. He was truly the man that a lot of chefs, you had to have a lot of guts to work for him. Of course, he's mellowed over the years, comes with a new style. He is the Knorr brand ambassador. Through Unilever, we were able to bring him in. He will cook as a charity dinner and he will have his very own celebrity dinner. We've got a lot of wineries. Some I'm allowed to show here, some not, but I can talk about them. We've got, of course, Pinet Chardonnay. We have Paul Jaboulet, which is establishing a chapter here. We've got Penfolds, and it's easy to say Penfolds, but we have 8 vintages of Grange in the wine tasting and 7 rare wines for the dinner, limited to a number of people. We have Onelaya and Masseto. Masseto for the wine tasting and Onelaya dinner. We've got Almaviva. And this is another dinner to look forward for. Johanniter is coming back. It was very popular last year. And you know, in Singapore, we have a tendency to be a little bit, you know, German wine, this and that, but everybody that drank it wanted more, so here it is. By agreement, because it is so super exclusive, I'm not allowed to put it on the website and here, but we've got, where's Arnaud here? Have you prepared the menu? 24 lucky people will meet the winemaker of Chateau Latour. And 6 people already booked. Those of you asked me, how affordable is World Gourmet Summit? I put it this way, for the jam session, half a day is $40, full day is $70, 2 days is $120. With 16 sessions, that's less than $10 per person per session. That's extremely affordable. Nobody else can do that. We expect 300 to 400 people there. On the other side of the spectrum, and I'm sure Citibank will be very happy because the transaction value goes up, the Chateau Latour dinner is selling for $1,000 per person. And that is without the wine tasting, which you have to spend another $800. This is going to be one of those in a superlative, but it will be sold out. People travel to Singapore just for that dinner. So exclusive is it going to be. We've got the German wine queen. Sorry, Christoph, we couldn't bring the French wine queen in, so we bring the German wine queen in.
We forgive you.
It is the German Riesling queen to be, and she will be present at the opening reception. We've got a mixologist with a twist. When I saw him last year in Spain, he's a beer mixologist. These are amazing cocktails. For all your purists out there, eat your heart out because the guy makes cocktails, trust me, you'll have a fling. At level 33, we're gonna have them for 4 days only. Try it out, it's absolutely brilliant. We've got Lisa Perotti-Brown, our wine consultant, of course, with us, and our hosting chef, Janice Wong, Kevin Chakas, Lino Sauro, Mr. 92, Ku Kyung, Jimmy Tegadin, Lucas Glanville, Ken Ling, Susa Lee, Douglas Tate, Jacob Esco, Manju Mural. Manju, are you here? Oh yeah. Manju made sure he's put chef on his jacket, Chef Manju. Lee Man, and of course, we'll start with an opening reception, and we are really happy to announce that Resort World Sentosa is a premier hosting partner for the World Gourmet Summit, premier hosting establishment, and we're going to do an opening reception with a difference. It will be at New York Street in Universal City Studios. We will have a charity dinner which will take place at the Compass Ballroom in Resort Worlds, a Citibank Gastronomic Jam session at Studio, who gets it right, 24 or 28, what's the number? 28, Studio 28. which is virtually an empty big hall, about 8 times the size of this. We will be able to put the jam session, I would say about easily 400 to 500 people. We will have your traditional MC who knows culinary. We have 2 entertainers as MC, a little bit of a surprise. And jam session really 45 minutes, either a single chef or 2 chefs working it out, a double stage, and it's called the Citibank Gastronomic Jam Session. The intimate Singapore experience, it will be quite intimate, but not as intimate as some of you. I see at least 3 smiling faces, you guys. It's really the heritage experience. We are going to Alcaf Mansion, Bukit Timah Fire Station. We will be at Novus at the National Museum, plus a few other places. Limited dinners for anywhere between 24 to 30 people only. And it's going to bring us back in time. Heritage, both as a location, but also the heritage of flavors. We have Marco Pierre Celebrity Chef Dinner at the Hyatt. We've got the Indo-Buddha Gala Dinner featuring Anatoly Krom at Forest Restaurant at Resort World Sentosa. The Norwegian Waters, Australian Pastures, the best of land and sea is our brunch. And we have confirmed so far 8 countries, different bubbles. We will not call it champagne, because you're going to go to New Zealand, to Australia, to Italy, to Spain, France, Austria, Germany, California, and South America for your bubble. So this is going to be a wonderful brunch. I can't compete with the super brunch of our dear friend from the Ritz-Carlton, so we have to come up with something slightly different. It still sells out. Huh? Is it still 72 meter long or is it longer? 78. So, a la carte productions, you know what to do. Huh? We're going to top this. There's going to be a competition. Guinness World Book of Records. So our brunch, and that will be a cappella in Sentosa. We've got the Sabador again with its 3 masters. Sabador, which is celebrating its 1st anniversary. These are the guys, middle-aged, that drinks their champagne, not the traditional way, but we pop them over with a saber. We're going to have that at the Conrad Centennial with the 3 Chinese masters. Our presenting partner is Citibank. Once again, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. You signed 3 years, so the restaurant manager will continue, right? Wonderful. Thank you, Charlie. Resort World Sentosa is our premium hospitality partner. We're very happy and very proud of that. It's like me in the morning, you know? Depends how you hold it. We've got, of course, our Aquapana San Pellegrino. Many years already partnering with us, and we are so proud to have them as a partner. We've got Pulled Halt, we've got our new coffee partner, Coffex, which you all have seen during the wine and restaurant experience. We've got Lucerne. Lucerne is providing all the trophies. I went to China just to work with them on the trophies, the new plaques which are on the way, new plates and so on. Later you will understand a bit more. We have our Meat Livestock Australia as a premium meat partner, US Poultry. We've got the luxury partners, Bang & Olufsen, Down, George Jensen, Leica. Yay, thank you very much. And I like it, you know, Frenchman working for a German company. I'm very proud, you know, this is great. So we've got the flair and the technical excellence together. Why didn't you bring a Leica today, Matthew? Miele, of course, the best kitchens in the world. Even at Sunrise, we have a big Miele kitchen. We're going to do a dinner here, you know that already, right? Bruno's going to cook here at dinner. Oh, you didn't know? Okay, now you know.
Thank you for
yeah, eventually we have to let you know. That can't be a secret for too long. Mont Blanc, official luxury watch partner, and Vertu, the famous telephone. And I just found out yesterday, I was playing with the Vertu phone, can't quite afford it yet, still looking for a few sponsors. They have now your own personal sommelier. You go to a restaurant, you take a picture of the bottle of wine, send it back, they tell you where you can get it, how much it costs, they give you the tasting notes. So quite innovative. We've got our hospitality partners, of course, Hotel Fort Canning, who looks after media. We have just appointed Corny as the official hospitality and travel partner. We've got Borges, Knorr, Shiro, and Lipton Tea. Furthermore, classic fine food for many, many years, virtually since the inception of Welcome Summit, classic fine food has been a partner. KitchenAid, all the kitchen appliances you can drink of. Lexmark, the printing solution. Norge, the official seafood provider. Again, San Pellegrino, premium spark fruit beverage partner. You've got these fruit juices out there. It's the first one always to sell out. Even so, we promote sparkling drink for brunch. It is a sparkling fruit juices that go first. Official supplier for Chef Apero, Stitch. We got brand new chef jackets this year. Sunfish, our orange juice partner, and of course, Unilever Food Solutions. Wine partners. I gotta put on the glasses. I realized when I looked at the screen, I'm going to come to one slide where the screen is going to be a bit tight. So we've got Alpha, Iwan Asia, Amphora, Aiden Wines, Freixenet Group, Goddess Wines, Magma German, Wine Bistro Deli Shop, Grand Vin, Top Wines, Vino Fine Wines, Wine and Well, and Wine Gour. And there's a few more in the pipeline. A heritage of flavors, your tradition, our innovation, 23rd of April to the 3rd of May. That's it. Okay.
Thank you very much,
Very
Peter.
excited.
That was a very, not just a comprehensive